How do you protect something important? I mean, it's a question humans have been asking forever. But what if I told you that an ancient story might just hold the secret to solving one of today's biggest tech challenges, AI safety? We're going to see how a line drawn in the sand thousands of years ago is getting a massive upgrade for the digital age. So, a lot of you probably know this story from the Ramayana, right? Lakshman draws this magical protective line in the sand for Sita. But here's the catch. It has one critical flaw. Its power depends entirely on persuasion, on Sita choosing to stay inside. And well, a clever villain with a good story is all it takes to break that defense.
Okay, now what's wild is that this ancient problem is almost exactly what's happening with AI safety right now. See, we give AI models guardrails. These are basically just rules written in English telling the AI what it can and can't do. But just like Ravana, people are finding really clever ways to jailbreak these AIs, basically persuading them to ignore their own rules.
So why does that even work? Well, it's pretty simple. We're speaking the wrong language. We're giving the AI rules in human language, which is messy, it's nuanced, you can argue with it, but an AI doesn't really get English. Its native tongue, what it truly understands, is the cold, hard logic of mathematics, and that mismatch is at the heart of the problem. This is where a totally new way of thinking comes into play. What if, instead of trying to get the AI to better understand our fuzzy language, we just started speaking its language? And that very idea is the foundation of something called the Adaptive Governance Protocol.
So the Adaptive Governance Protocol, or AGP for short, is basically a universal translator. It takes a rule that we write in English, and it converts it into something the AI cannot argue with, cannot misinterpret, a mathematical proof. It's not a suggestion anymore. It becomes a law of its own digital physics.
And here's the play-by-play of how it works. Step 1, you just write a rule in plain English. Easy enough. Then AGP does its magic and turns that rule into an ironclad math proof. So now, when a user gives the AI a command, that command gets checked against the proof. The AI will only follow the command if it gets the green light, if it doesn't violate that core rule. Okay, I know. Mathematical proofs, canonical rules, it all sounds incredibly complicated. But the really beautiful thing about this is that it works just like something we all see and use every single day. Something that keeps us safe, and we don't even have to think about it. Let's forget that line in the sand for a minute. Think of AGP as a traffic signal for AI. It's not a suggestion to stop. It's not a guideline. The light is red. You stop. End of story. There's no negotiation. And this right here, this is the whole game. Lakshman's line was a guideline. It was totally open to interpretation, to persuasion. A traffic signal, on the other hand, is an unbreakable rule. It doesn't care how good your argument is for running that red light. And that's the huge shift, from building systems that can be talked around to building ones that are truly reliable.
Now hold on. This doesn't mean we just throw out all the old guardrails. Not at all. It's really about recognizing that you need different tools for different jobs. Both of these things, the persuadable guideline and the unbreakable rule, they both have a place. So if you look here, you can see they're really built for different things. Your traditional guardrails, they're actually great for creative tasks, for brainstorming, things where you want a bit of flexibility. But AGP, that's built for those rule-based tasks, the things that absolutely must happen or must not happen, like following safety regulations or a specific company policy. One's a suggestion, the other is a traffic signal.
So really, the big takeaway here is this. Building AI that is both safe and useful isn't about finding one magic bullet solution. It's about building a smarter system that has both. You need the flexible guidelines for creativity, and you absolutely need the unbreakable rules for all the mission-critical stuff.
You know, this technology really opens up a profound new chapter. For the first time, we can actually bake core principles into an AI in a way that it physically cannot bypass. And that leaves us with a really big, really fascinating question. If we can give an AI an unbreakable rule, what should that first rule be?